Yakuza Like a Dragon flips the well-known brawler beat-em-up style of gameplay on its head, changing it to a turn-based JRPG. And I can tell you that they are fortunate in their new version. Hello guys, welcome to a new Ace Eyes review, and today I'm reviewing Yakuza Like a Dragon. Enjoy. Yakuza Like a Dragon doesn't look too different from its other PS4 game counterparts, like Kiwami 2 and Judgment. The game looks sharp, and when you are strolling around the city with so much detail in its world, which is not a surprise for a Yakuza game at all. Previous games also looked as good, and it looks good yet again. The character models for the main heroes stick out the most. You can see every individual's hair on their heads. The lighting looks beautiful, whether it's day or night. The neon lights in the streets are really what sells the illusion to the player. The game is really bug-free, and I didn't encounter any FPS drops in my playtime. The game is really polished. Sound design is just as good as the previous titles. All the sound effects are present, whether they are clashing knives or a hobo spewing fire over his enemies. It's all pretty good. The soundtrack is also really addictive to listen to, which is necessary in a JRPG because you will be seeing the battle screen a lot of times.
Work it, fix it.
I have some small gripes with the gameplay, but let's start with all the good stuff, cause it's a lot. Let's start with the combat system. There is a bit of controversy on this front in the Yakuza fanbase, because a lot of fans wanted the original beat-em-up style, but I actually really loved this new turn-based combat system. It's really reminiscent of games like Persona or Final Fantasy. The main protagonist, Ichiban, is a big fan of Dragon Quest. And so the battles in the game are really a lovely parody on that franchise. And a Yakuza game wouldn't be complete without the minigames. Luckily, they are back at it again with crazy new minigames that you can also spend far too much time on, like Dragon Kart Racing or the Yakuza Stable baseball batting minigame as an example, and so much more that you need to see for yourself. Yakuza Like a Dragon is a real JRPG. It has everything that you expect from a traditional JRPG. Stats, job classes, and enemy weaknesses. Even the grinding is there, and it's really fun. There are also these extremely hilarious finisher moves that you can pull off with different types of classes at your disposal. There are also character bonding moments that will help you make those other party members much stronger in combat, and these can get really deep with each having its own story. There is also a simple crafting system to make or upgrade your current equipment. And let's not forget the massive standalone business management minigame that is just far too complex for me to understand, but it's there and it brings even more value to an already packed game. But there are some small problems I have. The biggest one has to be that a certain objective in the game that requires you to get a lot of money for one of the main story missions, but the problem is that enemies drop just too little money at that stage of the game that I'm talking about. You are essentially forced to partake in some of the minigames. Not that they were bad though, far from it. Another problem that I encountered was that there was a major difficulty spike around halfway of the story. Let's just say that there was a level 50 boss fight while I was just level 35. So to solve this problem, I had to grind at least a day to get back on track. I don't mind some little grinding in a JRPG, but I felt that this one wouldn't have been necessary if they just tweaked some of the boss his level. But overall, the gameplay was extremely fun. The story is the best part of Yakuza Like a Dragon. The new main character, Ichiban, is a great substitute for the legendary Kiryu Kazama. But the other new party members are also a great addition. They all have good character backstories as well as good character specific movesets. I also really loved the villain in this game, which I won't spoil for you. You will have to see for yourself. There are a lot of great side quests to partake in as well, and they are of course in the usual great and silly Yakuza style that you all know and love. If you were disappointed with the Judgment side quests being repetitive, then you will love the ones in this entry. The opening of the game is really strong, however it's maybe a bit too long with the cutscenes. You will be watching a lot of cutscenes in Yakuza Like a Dragon, but this has been always the case with other Yakuza games as well. Yakuza Like a Dragon is a great new addition to this already wacky, fun series. It has, as usual, a great story, and the cast really surprised me this time. There are some small rough spots, but they are pretty much forgotten when you finish the game, and I do hope that they explore this turn-based combat system again in the future, even if it's for a side installment like Judgment, because it was really fun. Now, did you guys enjoy the review, this Ace Eyes review? Let us know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe the video, visit our social medias and our website, and I will see you guys next time.